my creme de la Pam over here, also known as Pam Lamtanga. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the content. It is highly appreciated. Today we are shooting a get ready with me, which I'm so excited for. So I received products from CHICK.Cosmetics. It is woman owned, so we support girl empowerment over here. So, and I'm gonna do that together with the get ready with me. I'm really so excited to try these products out while I tell you all the tea on my relationship problems. You know what I'm saying? That one time I was a clown, you know what I'm saying? But we all go through that, you know what I'm saying? So no shame. So stick around to see what exactly they gave me and how I created this look. And you guys know I'm not much of a makeup expert or not, but I'm trying, so stick around. I know my brows look like distant cousins right now, but that's besides the point. You know? And I'm thinking I shouldn't even cover my hairline. Ugh, it's a survivor way too. It's already just messy because I just put too much glue, but we'll survive. So these are the products that I received from CHICK.Cosmetics. Firstly, they came in their different packages, and everything had its own package. But okay, firstly, everything had its own package, but I had to take it out of the package for storage purposes. I'm so sorry I'm so close, guys. It's because I'm trying to make sure that you guys see my face clearly. So it has travel bags as well, which is really dope. Whenever we decide to reopen the country, it's gonna be so great to travel in these. And then there, but I'll take you through every product that I received just swiftly. Okay, so I received these eye patches, right? Hydrating eye patches, which you use for eye bags. They're also called baggage claim. I was so blown away by the name. Yeah, baggage claim. So I'm going to use one of them right now as I attempt to do my eyeshadow. And then we have this Island Glow face palette. This Island Glow face palette. These are the colors. Right? Peer Pressure, Cabin Fever, and Sabawal. I think I like Sabawal. I love the glittery. Guys, anything glitz and glam, like, I'm there. I am there. And then next up in the package, we also have a setting powder. I've been looking for a good setting powder. I hope this is it. There. They also sent me two lipsticks and 3 lip glosses. And what I really love is the fact that they sent me matte lipsticks. Anyone who knows me knows how much I hate gloss lipstick. I hate it. It doesn't suit me, and I don't need to be convinced otherwise. If it's clear gloss like this, then we own, you know. But anything in between, I don't like it. You know. Lip gloss. And then matte lipsticks. So they also sent me this blending sponge, this beauty blender. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use it today though, because I actually prefer soaking my blending sponges before I use them, because I just feel like they get really hard and really hard on my skin. But it looks like a good one. Looks like a really good one. Yeah, looks like a good one. But I'm going to use my oldie but goodie for today. But for this makeup look, I'm going to do something really simple. But let's start with our baggage claim. Guys, I love that it's called baggage claim. You don't understand. Guys, I don't know how to use these. I've never used them in my life. Okay. There you go. I feel so fancy. I've never used them in my life. So thank you to CHICK.Cosmetics for giving me my first experience of baggage claim. It has to be literally below your eyes, because for anyone who can see, my lines are literally here, underneath here. They literally follow this shape. Yes. So don't expect them to disappear completely, but you know, for them to make a difference. So I'm gonna use the leftover ones there. So we're gonna start with my eyes. Guys, disclaimer, I'm going to keep looking that way because my mirror is literally right here, but I think you guys will still be able to see me. So we're gonna start with my eyeshadow, but first things first, I'm going to do that. So okay guys, the story, right to the story. So last year I dated this guy, right? I think we can take them off now. And when I dated this guy, he was like really great. Like, you know when you date someone and they make you feel like, where have you been all my life? You know, it was that kind of relationship. Like, it was really patient, and I'm like the kind of person who likes low-key people. Like, I don't like it when everyone knows you. Like, I don't like it. Like, now see londo. Like, guess sometimes if everyone knows you and I like you, it ain't my problem. I tried, you know. So but I prefer dating the guys like that are really, really low-key, right? So now when I started dating this guy, I was introduced to him by his sisters, right? And in an attempt to get me and him together to edit YouTube content together, right? Yeah, so he started editing my YouTube content. I figured like he's like a really, really cool guy. And the thing is, he was working a 9-to-5, right? And this YouTube stuff that he was doing for me, it was firstly pro bono, number one, and number two, it was just out of him trying to keep his passion alive, because he's also quite passionate about creating video content, movies, and that kind of stuff. So that is why he decided to edit my content, right? So now the more time I spent with him, because you must remember we're editing together, and I'm the kind of person who's really particular. I want you to be here. I want to say fakale. I want to be so involved in the process of me. Okay, so I'm only going to show you guys the products I got from CHICK.Cosmetics, but the other products I'm not going to show you because I'm trying to talk. Okay, so now, so the more time I spend with this person, the more I felt like he was actually a cool guy, you know. And it doesn't what do you call this, so it doesn't help that he's handsome, you know. He's tall, handsome, type zam, man, type zam. So now I remember this one time he was like, no, let's go out for a drink or whatnot, we're gonna meet a friend of mine. Okay, cool. Hey, we go meet this friend. First one, I friend, I'm in a cherry. I can come he double date nalen, but gay here. But gay had so much fun. I couldn't do anything that snacks, but I had so much fun. I was like, oh, your friends are cool as well. You know what I'm saying? But then I be can't. So now, and he lives 18 minutes away from my place, 18 to 21 minutes away from my place, right? So I would see him on the weekends, most especially, but during the week he would make effort to sometimes come, and we'd maybe go out for a movie, go out for like a dinner date, like anything like that's really, really cute. But things started getting hectic for him at work, right? They got hectic, and then he sort of like neglected the relationship. Things got hectic at work, and he was also in the process of starting his own business, right? So I'm the kind of person, like, if you going to shut me out, right, I am going to make other means to entertain myself. I am not going to go, I'm not saying I'm going to go cheating or anything, but I'm just gonna entertain myself, you know what I'm saying? If somebody is like, let's go out for a drink, I'll go, you know, because no one else is taking me out for a drink, you know. I'm that kind of person. But like, I'm the kind of person who also sticks to the fact that I am in a relationship, but I'm not gonna date anyone else. Like, I'm not gonna date you. We can go out for a dinner setting. It's not a dinner date. We can go out to J for lunch. Let's grab a drink, Pam. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go, but I'll definitely make it known that I'm in a relationship. I'm just here for vibes, you know? So I basically used to go out for vibes, right? So I met this guy. I went out with this guy for vibes, you know, and he was cool, you know what I'm saying, but he was also in a relationship, and I was like, whatever, because I'm getting down, because I'm doing a relationship. And guys, when I used to go out with these people, I literally I obviously wouldn't tell him like, hey Jong, I'm going out. I wouldn't tell him, because I didn't know how he would react. But I would go out and still answer my phone when he calls, like, because there's literally nothing happening between me and that particular person that I'm with. So now, things started getting really hectic. They started getting really hectic, and I was like, yo, Asana, this guy doesn't have time for me. Ipele 3 weeks, like, dude, it's 18 minutes away. Ipele 3 weeks, and I'm the kind of person, if you don't create that platform for me to like come to you, because after this relationship, my past relationship, I realized by now, if people want to do things and they want to include you, they will, guys. They will. They really will. I can't say much on that, but they really will. If they really want to include you, they will. Ne? So Gengoku. So if you're going to exclude me from your plans, if you're always working, like, I'm not even that kind of girl who nags you, you know? I'm not even like, oh, babe, can funole, oh, babe, please, oh, can't beg, like, oh, babe, give me attention. Like, just being in your presence for me is enough. It doesn't have to always be, it doesn't have to be like that, especially if you're in a relationship, you know, and you want to build something with this person. You at least make an effort to spend time with you, and things are not always going to be all rosy. So even if you're busy, I can be there and work too, you know. So that was like my chat, but I never really told him that, because if you're not going to give me the option or give me the platform to express myself, I'm then going to be like, because you've decided for me, so I'd rather not even express myself in that manner, which is also a mistake that I made in that relationship, is that I barely communicated how I felt, you know. It was always me trying to nurture someone else's feelings, you know. So it doesn't take away from the fact that he's literally the best boyfriend I've ever dated out of my past relationships. But obviously I'm in a better space right now. But I'm just saying, like, out of the past relationships, he's like, we're still that cool. Like, we're really, really cool. We talk from time to time. Not all the time, but we talk from time to time, because but it's just like, it didn't work. He was not for me. We are not for each other, and it's okay. Right? And the timing was also not right for him. But I also just believe that if a person is yours, timing is not even a thing, you know. If a person is really yours, timing is not a thing. It's the wrong timing, because the person is not yours, right? So yeah, we started spending less and less time together, and now it leads me, which leads me to when and then we went out. I remember there was one fateful Thursday, we went out for a movie night. We hadn't seen each other for such a long time, but we go out for a movie night. Crazy. Like, why? Why would you go out with the guys? Let me tell you right now, if you haven't seen your partner for a while, or whatever the case may be, or a person for that matter, don't go to the movies, because you won't have time to talk. You have to be in a space where it is safe for you guys to talk, you know, for you guys to share how you feel, what's happening, you know what I'm saying? You have to be in that space that will allow you to. We go out for movies, and then he literally fetches me at 7:30. The movie starts at 7:45. We watch the movie, and then we finish, and then we leave. On our way out, it's obviously late now. It's not like we can go somewhere and sit and eat or anything. I have to go home, right? And then as we're on our way home, there's a McDonald's that's open in Rosebank, right? And then I'm like, and he asked me, do you want anything? Are you hungry? And stuff. So I'm like, yeah, let's pass by McDonald's and buy something, and let's actually get inside and sit, right? And he doesn't eat McDonald's, but he was just like, okay, let's go inside, right? And obviously he understands that it's for the sake of me wanting to speak to him, you know. We haven't caught up in a while. So now we get into McDonald's, and as we're walking in, guys, you know when you have that feeling when someone is looking at you? I literally had that feeling, like, someone is literally looking at me, but whatever. I go in. As I go in, we go down and sit, right? And guys, when I had that feeling that someone was looking at me, I saw the car. I was like, right, I think this is this person. But you know, dingene McDonald's with my significant other at the time. Dingene McDonald's, I can otarisha kumahlali. And then we start chatting, you know, ngabi khondo, hey, disahleli man. So singene ke McDonald's, ngabi khondo sihlali. Hey man, disahleli. A text comes through, but I was just like, you know what? I'm not trying to entertain anybody but this person, because I haven't seen him in a while and I feel like we drifting apart so much. I need to like at least talk to him, right? Yeah, we talk, and eventually we make plans, right? We make plans to see each other the next day, right? And then we're like, okay, cool, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. We're gonna go out for dinner and whatnot. And okay, cool. We eventually leave McDonald's, right? My order comes and then we leave. And then on our way out, okay, we leave, and then he drops me off at my place sharp because he has to go back to work, right? And I get to my place, I open my phone. I get a text from this guy I had gone out with on a let me say dinner date for now, but it wasn't a date. I had no other intentions. So yeah, we went out, and then now he texts me. So we chat like not so often, like we don't really chat often at that point. So I'm like, okay, cool. He texts me, he's like, oh, I just saw you with some goon at McDonald's. So I'm like, hey man, can go, not you. Sorry guys, my eyes look a mess right now, but I promise you they're gonna look proper. But yeah, and then I just saw you sitting with some goon at McDonald's. We were looking so cozy. And then I just read the text, and then I think before I answer, he says something else. He's like, that is why I get virtual hugs. So I was like, so this one time he had said to me he's feeling down, and it was via Instagram story. So I just sent him a couple of hugs, you know, and he actually said I need a hug. And then I sent 3 hugs, I think 3 or 5 virtual hugs. So I was like, what am I supposed to do, you know? And those kind of hugs come in handy anyway. It's social distancing time right now, you know. I was in the future with my hugs, you know. So I sent him those hugs, so that time, so that's what he was like referring to. So I was like, and he's like, you know how I know that was your man is because no hun will sit at McDonald's in the evening with a guy so cozy and not mind the fact that they're at McDonald's, especially chicks like you. And I'm like, first of all, in my head I'm like, first of all, what kind of chick am I, you know? And number 2, it's 10 o'clock in the evening. Where else could we get food during the week? Where else can we get food, you know? So I was just like, you know what, it's whatever. And I respond to him and I was like, yeah, he's my man. I was like, yeah, he my man. And we were sitting at McDonald's because we just came from a movie date. And I don't think you know the kind of chick that I am, but I really don't mind, really. I really don't mind being at McDonald's, even if it wasn't with him. It's not really a big deal. So that's how I phrase it. But that has since changed. Ain't nobody gonna take me to McDonald's right now. I really don't care who you are. Also, I don't eat McDonald's anymore though, so that's why. I just put on lashes at the moment, and you guys know I can't put on lashes, so I'm learning. I can't wait till I'm confident enough to do it in front of you guys. So what I'm going to do now, it's obviously dried out now, but there's concealer in my eyes on top of the eyeshadow, and I'm going to set that concealer once again because I've already set it. I've set the concealer with this powder, the setting powder. Yeah, setting the concealer with the setting powder I got from CHICK.Cosmetics. And then after setting the concealer with the setting powder, I've already set it, but I'm just showing you guys how it's done. And I'm not supposed to apply lashes before I set my powder, but what the heck, we're gonna do it the Pam way. Before we go ahead with the story, I'm going to use this Island Glow palette, the shade Sabawell, yeah, on my eyes. So I'm the kind of person who really appreciates glow palettes. I love them so much because I use them on my eyes too. As you know, I'm not the best makeup person in the world, so I just like playing around with. Ooh, I love it already. Okay, we do that. You see? You yabona ke? Who is this? Who is this girl? Who does she think she is? Because wow, I'm loving her. Don't mind the fact that disconnector. Don't worry, I'm on top of it. I'm on top. Okay, let's do that on this eye. Who is this? Who is this girl, and who does she think she is? Oh my gosh, Sabawell. Okay, I think that's enough. You see, it's already starting to pop out, but obviously we cannot walk around looking like this. It has to connect. It has to connect, and the combos need to communicate. So now we're gonna blend it in using another the pink shade. So I was like, yeah, he my boyfriend. You ain't my boyfriend. So that's why I was sitting comfortably with him. So, and then he's like, he sends a gif saying, you're gonna be back at this bus stop to come fetch me, you know. And then and then I'm like, so now, and I'm like, you know, listen here. And I'm not that type of girl who'll keep quiet if you're trying to disrespect my relationship or my person. So I will tell you off. So I was like, I'm happily in a relationship, and whatnot and whatnot and whatnot. And you know, and he was just bitter that I was not with him. I was still with my person. I can be called a Figo Friday. This is my person. Around 5 o'clock, he says to me, babe, I'm still at work. It's actually quite hectic, that I don't think I'll be able to commit to our plans. It's just a lot and stuff. So to give you a bit of background, right, my person was going through like personal mental issues, you know. He was going through personal mental health issues, right? And it was not really hectic from the outside. So like, if you guys trying to get perspective as to why like we weren't spending time together and stuff, he was going through his own personal issues, and I had to kind of play the understanding game, because obviously you have to understand. And if mentally you don't want to spend time with someone, then that is what your mental health requires, for you to be alone. And I had to respect that, no matter how hard it was. But simultaneously, you have to understand, when you're in a relationship, for me, quality time is everything. So it was the hardest thing to go through. So he says to me, it's a lot, I can't, work is a lot, and I just feel like there's too much on my plate and I'm not okay and stuff. And I'm like, no, take all the time you need. We'll just chat when you get home, because he says work is hectic and all of that stuff. So I was like, I know, we'll chat when you get home and all of that stuff, so don't worry about me. So he's like, okay, cool. Hey, log in go Instagram. So my person is not on social media. Faves zamke is social media. Faves zamke is hand. And don't even mention in Diobana, no, a person who's not on social media will cheat on you. Baby girl, he's going to cheat if he is, even if he is on baby girl, even if he is on social media or he isn't on social media, if he wants to cheat, he'll cheat. But I just prefer people who are not on social media, because people on social media tend to be so engrossed in social media that they're always on their phone, like myself. you know. But when I meet a person who is not on social media, I kind of respect the fact that awuqhelanga when I social media, so I'd rather not stay on my phone so that we can spend time together. Yeah, well, so that's what I really enjoyed about that relationship, that we were both I was on social media but he wasn't, so it made it easier for me to be like, let me put my phone away and spend quality time with my person. So he was not on social media, right? So I go on social media checking people's stories, and I'm the kind of person who barely checks stories, right? I barely check stories. I can sit, yeah man. When I say, yeah man, DT, when I open, hey man, when I say cheeky, when I say heavy, yo, I open social media and I come across his sister's what do you call this, Instagram story, and he's right there. Homegirl, it's upsetting me. It's upsetting me and my homegirl that this person is working. So I'm seeing double, you know. I'm seeing double at this point, because there's no way, there is absolutely no flipping way I'm seeing this person. So I'm like, okay, cool, it's okay. I see him on social media, and in the story he's with his family and they're having like a games night, which is cute, you know. But my first instinct is like, why would you lie about family? And it's not the first time, it's the second time. And I busted him through his sister's Instagram once again, you know. So I'm like, why would you lie about family? You know, like, I get if you're lying about the boys, I'd be pissed. But I also I'm not the confrontational type. I need you to tell me the truth. I need you to lie to my face. I'll ask you questions. And if I can sense that you're lying within lento, he's like, yeah, like I'm also passive aggressive. Once I do confront you, it's like, so that, you know. And I also bottle things up, which is not okay, right? So see him on social media, I was like, okay, wow, you know. And guys, the craziest thing is that there was no shady characters in the video or anything, you know. There was no shady characters, so for me to say, okay, maybe, you know, it was just him and his family. So I was like, this does not make sense. Why are you lying about family? That's when I realized, like, okay, cool, this person might not be in a good space, and I might not be what he needs at the moment. Because if you're gonna lie about family, there's something wrong, you know. And there's something, and I had to remove myself from the fact that I'm thinking, you're running away from me. No, I had to remove myself completely, you know, from Londo, you know. I had to be like, there's a bigger issue at hand, and I am not helping the situation in any way. So that is why the person chooses to find solace in their family, you know. And it was very important for me to tell myself that. So I was like, okay. But I also wanted him to know that I knows you. I saw it, you know. So he texts me on WhatsApp. He says, I'll let you know when I get home from work. And then I text him back and I'm like, enjoy family time. Drops mic. And then he says, thank you, or cool, or something like that. I'm like, you did not just recognize the fact that I know and still run away, you know. And since Dingebo confrontational type, I let it go. So I was like, you know what? And then he tells me when he arrives home from work. He tells me he gets home, and then after getting home, he's like to me, oh, I'm home. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool then. And then I sleep, because I have nothing to say to him at this point. I have nothing to say to him at this point. So I have nothing to say to him at this point, because I was like, there's no use. And it was really late, so I was like, it's fine. In the morning, email. I wake up to a long ass email. So the email subject is titled letter, right? I'll L-E-T-T-E-R, letter. So I was like, okay, letter, sure. Hi Pam, I trust this finds you well. And then I just skimmed through the first paragraph. I was like, it obviously has been great. Dun, 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 dun. Went to the end of the paragraph email. I was like, I literally didn't read the email. I literally skimmed through. I just saw relationship, it's best, mental health, and right now, space. I was like, at that point I was like, you know what, I am not gonna fight for anybody right now. Because when he told me that he was going through a couple of things, his first suggestion is that he doesn't want to put me through it, and I was like, no, I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? You know, when goes in the ride or die, when you're trying to be a ride or die, or you know what I'm saying? So I was like, because I really liked him, I was like, no, it's fine, like it's okay. When you need space or when you feel some type of way, just let me know. Just don't make it like, you know, a painful experience for me. It's just that like we have to deal with it the best way we know how, but you also have to kind of guide me as to how you're feeling, where you're at, and all of that stuff. So I think we, like, he thought we came to an understanding, and I also thought it wasn't that hectic of a deal, that he's going through something. So I obviously dealt with it the best way I could know. I knew how, and I thought, you know, when you think a person is for you, you try by all means, right, to make it work. You try by all means to be there for them. Sometimes you're compromising your own happiness, but you just trying to make sure that I didn't leave you at your lowest, you know. And then he says to me, and then that day I cried. I was like, no, we're gonna work it out, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to end. So I'm like being the ride or die, and that chick, trying to be that chick, I'm like, no, we can work it out and stuff. It doesn't have to end so soon, and whatnot and whatnot. At that point I'm crying, right? That's the first time he told me about like where he's at and how he's feeling. So now the second time, because he's breaking up with me, and you know, I was just like, you know what, it's fine. I didn't respond to him though. I just left the email because I didn't read the whole email. So I just left it. I was like, okay, sure, move on with life. Yeah, hi guys, yabang Saturday, yabang Sunday, yabang Monday. Yeah, Monday, Monday, yeah, Monday, Monday, Monday. No ways. A girl got dumped. You know, I was just like, so at this point I'm thinking about the guy who bumped into me and my person at McDonald's, right? Let's give him a name. His name is X. Let's give him that name. His name is X. Now I'm thinking about X because X had said, you're gonna be at the bus stop. I was like, in fact, it's my man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be at no bus stop, you know what I'm saying? I'm good, you know what I'm saying? I don't need you. I don't, yeah. 2 days later, I was back at the bus stop. I was like, there's no way. When I X, I can be conto. Me and X are cool, right? But it's just like he has those moments where he feels like he's the better guy and whatnot. He just has those moments, and I really like whatever. So now I speak to X and I'm like, X, what's up? And he's like, guess what? And I'm like, what? I got dumped. I was like, me too. It was via WhatsApp text. So I was like, oh my gosh. And he's like, yeah, this is what happened and stuff. He briefly tells me what exactly happened between him and his girl. So at that point I'm like, bro, this is so crazy. I'm literally gonna go out for dinner right now by myself to try like process this thing, because I haven't processed it since Saturday. It's so crazy and whatnot and whatnot. And then he says to me like, okay, I'm still at work, and after I'm done with work I'll meet up with you, and then and because I'm going to the gym and whatnot. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, see you then and whatnot. And then Leo, guys, I don't even want to lie, but we move. Okay, so now he says to me like, yo, basically this is where I'm at. And then I eventually go out for dinner, né? And then I chill with dinner, né? And then he eventually comes along. Guys, at this point I'm just thinking about my whole life. I'm like, so I got dumped, you know what I'm saying? I got dumped. but okay, we move, don't we? So he comes to me, tells me what happened and stuff, but okay, eventually he goes to gym, then comes back to fetch me, and then he takes me home. Guys, first of all, this guy is really in his feels. He's playing, what's the song? I don't F with you. You little stupid I chew. I was like, bro, how hurt are you? And he just laughs. He's like, dude, you don't understand and whatnot. I'm not that hurt. I'm like, bro, you are hurt. There's no way you could be playing this music. You are hurt. But we parked outside, and then we just start talking, man. We talk for about an hour. I'm like, yeah, this is where I'm at, this is what happened and whatnot. But we gonna be all right. But fast forward to the next week, I decide, like, guys, I legit got dumped. Like 7 days later, after I received the email, I realized, like, no, I have to deal with things. I can't run away from things. Because even at work, my colleagues are like, so have you spoken to I trust this finds you well? I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, no, we haven't spoken and stuff because I haven't responded to his email. But they're like, why? Even if you're getting dumped, dude, you have to like address it. Be like, okay, I acknowledge you dumped me and let's move on, you know. So now I basically just decide, okay, let me talk to him, let me call him. I call him, I'm like, hey, I received your email. And he's like, yo, dude, I've been so worried because I don't know what you're thinking and stuff, and I was so afraid to text you. So mind you, he hasn't texted me like since he dumped me. So I'm like, okay, I received your email and it's okay. And he's like, have you had the chance to go through it? I'm like, no, I didn't finish reading your email. I just went through it last time. I just didn't read it. He's like, could you please read it and get back to me? I read it, and then I'm like, we're gonna talk later. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I can't start crying. And I'm like, no, at this point I'm not crying and begging, no. I'm just like, no, I'm okay. It's just like now I'm coming into terms with what's happened and just realizing that this is where we are and there's nothing that we can do to change it because this is how the situation is and whatnot. And he's like to me, yeah, like I would rather we speak when you get home because I don't want you feeling like this while you are at work. And I'm like, okay, you have a point. Then I go home, and then we basically go through a debrief, like, this is the best decision we're making. It's gonna be hard, but let's make this decision for both our mental health and whatnot. And he's like, I don't want to compromise you, your happiness, and you shouldn't have to compromise your happiness. And also, like, I got you used to a certain type of treatment in our relationship. Now it's no longer there.